Before we go into our topic, I wanted to do a refresher about ITA and where we sit in UW-Madison. So looking at the graphic next to me, do you know the relationship between all these different organizations? Feel free to pause this video to try and jot down what you think the relationship is. The hierarchy is as follows. UW-Madison is the university that we sit in. The Division of Information Technology is the division that we sit in as well. And then within DO IT, you have different departments. We belong to the Academic Technology Department. And then our organization, Information Technology Academy, is within that department. And then within our organization, we have ITA Madison, ITA Oneida, and ITA Lac du Flambeau. We wanted to give a refresher just because we know some students are still a little confused about our relationship to UW-Madison, and we just wanted to make sure that was crystal clear to everybody. So I've been doing a lot of talking, so now I want you to watch this video about email etiquette.
Writing an email is the equivalent of making a sandwich for your teacher. A good sandwich requires a good foundation with proper layers, just like an email. Now, it may be cheesy, but it's a big deal. A bad email is like a moldy sandwich. Would you have your grandma eat a moldy sandwich? Of course not. Then why would you send one? So, let's consider this. What is a good email? There are a lot of important ingredients that go into making a good email. First, you need a proper tone, subject, greeting, body, signature, and finally, the best practice is to send it from your DC mail. Adding too much sauce, especially hot sauce, to a sandwich can completely ruin it. Hot sauce represents aggression in an email, and nobody wants a burning mouth. Just like no one wants to receive a threatening email. Don't send one. Remember, you're not texting your friends. You shouldn't be spamming your professor by sending multiple emails like a text. Tone it down on the spam. Get it? Now, take a look at the tone being conveyed by this sentence.
Are you kidding me? Susan, what does this mark? I was only 1 day late.
That's just awful. Now, take a look at what a proper tone looks like.
Hi, Professor Stewart. I have reviewed my recent assignment grade and was wondering if I could book some time with you to discuss how to improve.
Now, that's the perfect amount of sauce. You want the sandwich that you eat to be professionally made. Just like the relationship between you and your professor should be kept professional and respectful at all times. A proper tone is not enough to make a professional email. You also want to use the appropriate sandwich-like structure. The subject should be detailed and straight to the point. The greetings should be respectful and address them by their title, unless otherwise requested. Remember, hey is not an appropriate way to address your professor or future boss. Make sure to include your name, student number, course, and class day to be easily identified. Some teachers have over 200 students. How would they know which one is you? What makes a sandwich whole is its protein, as does the body of an email. Within your body, you should state the reason for contacting them, and it should be clear, concise, and correct. To top it off, your sandwich needs a slice of cheese. Just like every good email should end with a signature. If you don't have these ingredients, that's a poorly made sandwich. Now you're ready to send it off. Remember, best practice is to make sure it's from your school email. Now that you know how to create that perfect sandwich, email, you can ensure that you'll get a professional reply from your professors. I hope you're hungry. Enjoy your sandwich.
So the homework for this portion of the lesson will be to email Sophie. Sophie will be your ACT prep instructor this coming year. Part of this assignment is to make sure that you carbon copy or CC me. You want to introduce yourself to Sophie, tell her something new about you and anything else that you would like to privately share with her. Also, what are you excited about this summer and what are you looking forward to in ITA? The next topic we will talk about is backing up and organizing your digital files. So let's talk about some backup options. So your first option is an external hard drive. They're portable, they're easy to travel with. You can connect them to your computer to transfer files. The downside, failures can happen. The connectors can break, you can drop it, and you can lose your files that way. There's also cloud storage. Once you're signed into a server, you can choose which files you want to upload. Downside to that is that they can be hacked or servers can go out of business. So kind of keeping that in mind when you're deciding on a server to back your files up to. And then lastly, you have your computer. You can save a copy onto your personal computer. This does not protect you against loss of files just because your computer can get stolen or you can damage it, or if you're drinking something near your computer and you spill it, you can lose files that way. So kind of keeping in mind like all the things that can go wrong and how you want to back up your files to make sure that you don't lose them. So once again, I've been talking a lot. So now here's a video to kind of recap what I've been saying.
Writing your PIN on your ATM card. Keeping a copy of your front door key on your door. And not backing up your stuff. Keeping a single copy of your pictures, videos, or documents in one location is just not a good idea. If that device gets lost, stolen, or breaks, then what? Now that you're sufficiently panicked, let's talk about backup methods. Number 1, get an external hard drive or flash drive. So here's an external, here's a flash drive. This is one of the simplest methods. Buy one of these and connect it to your computer. Then copy your files from your computer to these things. Do this routinely and you'll have a second copy of your stuff should your main PC take a dirt nap. Method number 2, back up to the cloud. You can also back up your stuff to servers somewhere away from you. You can sign up for a service like Dropbox, Box, Microsoft OneDrive, or Google Drive and have your data automatically uploaded to their computers. They all offer a free storage tier and you can purchase more space. And number 3, use both. A belt and suspenders approach won't hurt either. If you're looking for recommendations for external hard drives or cloud backup services, check out cnet.com.
Now you know your options for backing up your files. Let's talk about how to organize those files. Choose any organization that works for you. I'll show you what works for me, but that might not work for you, but that's okay. In addition, you want to get rid of any unnecessary files, so either archive them or delete them, however you want to handle those. Use folders. Make sure those folders and file names are short and precise. Organize by category. Don't overdo subfolders. You don't want to click a million times to get to the one file that you need. But also tidy up your desktop. I have seen desktops that look like this image next to me, and that's just a cluttered mess and you'll never be able to find what you're looking for. I'm going to show you how we organize our files in Google Drive. So as you can see, we have broad categories. We're going to focus on curriculum. So if you move into the curriculum folder, it is broken down by subcategories, so either academics, community hour, tech, or internships. After that, it's broken down by class, so whether that is a summer class, study skills and leadership, ACT prep, college prep, or a college initiative. So we're going to move into study skills and leadership. Within that, it is broken down by week, and then within each week, as you can see, is the materials that are needed for an instructor to teach that particular content. As you can also see, there is how I organize my desktop. It is simple, less folders the better, and general broad categories. There are definitely a few things I could tidy up, but that's just generally how I keep my desktop. So now let's talk about emails and organizing them. My tips for keeping an email account manageable are to have folders, to delete junk mail right away, to try and subscribe if you can and if you want from the emails that just clutter up your inbox. Keep a thread in your inbox until you no longer need it, and then move it to a folder once that conversation's complete. And then also set aside time during the week to organize your emails. It's really easy to just let emails like build up and just stay in your inbox. By organizing them by folder, you can easily just go into that particular folder and search for the emails that you're looking for. So for example, this is how I have my folders in my email organized. So that is all I have for you right now. Have a good day.